All
There we
right.
go.
Yes, sir. Well, thank you so much, John, for joining me. We are getting to the end of Odyssey. The onboarding, we're starting to really get towards the end. And today's meeting, I would like to pick up where we left off in our last meeting, where we were going through and putting some information in for tech support for the workflow paths in the realm of paper calculation. I also wanted to give you just a quick update on a couple items I'm going to show you here in a second. The, they put out an update for Odyssey that was needed for some overhauling and some stuff, and they let me know that the job specs and the Express Color merger is should be done probably by the end of the week. So they
Okay.
had to just do something real quick, and they're going to be dumping the job specs from Printer's Plan, and then the Express Color merger, right? Making sure that all the Express Colors in there as well. So just give you a quick update on that, John. So let me get my screen sharing for you, and then I also want to show you some stuff real quick. They put a major update out with Odyssey. So what I want, and this is something that it's going to look a little different to you, sir. If you notice real quick up here at the top, how it used to have a different nav tabs,
Yep.
we've swapped the nav tabs out a little bit there for you, sir. So real quick before we move on, I just want to show you now your jobs, estimating your staff, and all your reports and like send a proof, etc., is under your print shop workflow. Products, processes, and resources, including your import, update your paper list, including like if you update your prices, etc., are now under our products here. Contacts are here, like companies, all that, all those folks, and then finally accounting, the stuff we went over there. They're all right there. Another thing that came through the update, and I'm not going to show you today because I want to get the paper calculations in, but I will show you during like any kind of employee training you want to do, is we now can fine tune our devices a little bit different. So if you tell me, Chris, this particular cutter is going to run a little bit slower with this particular weight paper, we can make some adjustments to that, and we'll take care of that in the next meeting if that's okay with you.
Okay.
All right. So now I want to jump into our products, and I want to pick back up where we left off. We talked about envelopes, rack cards, and I believe postcards in our previous meeting. I wanted to bring these up, and I wanted to get some more paper calculations from you, John, so that tech support can get your public facing order forms that you need with Odyssey pricing workflow going. Okay.
Okay.
So now I'm gonna scroll down a little bit here. Um, you and I have worked on brochures. You and I have worked on the business cards. Is there anything else like? What's the next thing in your mind is the biggest option there for you?
You're talking about as
Just
far as we do quite a few booklets.
perfect, perfect. Let's jump over to the booklets then. So I'm going to go into look. I did that too, John. I went to the wrong place there. Actually, I'll just hit back one. And before I do, let me just go ahead and bring this guy up here. All right, so we got all our booklets here. Yep, I see them all here. Um, what we can do now, obviously, we can build the booklets around the simplified, which I think we've been doing for the rest of the products. So I can bring this guy up right here, and I can jump over to the order form. And when I do, this is our simplified order form for the booklets. John, I'm gonna scroll down just a little bit here to the sizes. Are the sizes looking okay for you there?
Yeah.
Perfect. And then of course, remember we're gonna drop these in. These are multiples of 4, right? So those are all there. Now, for our paper choices on the cover and our paper choices on the interior, did those look okay for you?
There's a lot more choices on this one.
Okay, real quick, let me just check this then. I'm gonna jump back over to your other booklets real quick, and let's take a look at your one that was already here, and let's see if that one's got more of the different options on the paper stock there. Let's see here. Those look actually a little bit less. So how did those look?
Um, there's still so I guess the cover it
Hmm.
could also be a self cover, so it could be all the stuff that's in number 7 too.
Oh, okay, okay. And then over here. So if I compare this right here, this interior choices with these paper, and it looks like you've got a lighter series over here with the 20-pound bond and 60-pound offset. Is this one more accurate for you?
Yeah, probably
Okay.
so.
Okay, we'll use this booklet then. Okay. Then what we'll do is for the self cover, let's go ahead and add some of those weights then. We'll go over here and we'll go to Account Control Center.
And I don't know if we want to just put self cover and
Yeah,
make
we
that,
could.
and then make that a default of whatever paper they select, and then we can just tell them what self cover means.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yes, sir. I see what you're saying. So if we go over here, we could go to questions and answers for the cover pages here. We edit it. Oh, that's color. I'm sorry. Let's get out of here. I picked the color by accident. Paper choices for the cover. There we go. And we have these guys right here. So if we can put in a, let's see here. How can we do that? I could put a new group in here and call it self cover. And then we could put under here the self cover. We could put the other like 20 pound, 60 pound, 80 pound listed out like that.
But same as interior.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Because then whatever they select on the interior would be the cover.
Okay. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yes, sir.
Do we have interior or inside? What are we calling it?
We call it up here. Let me save the question. I'll give you the exact verbiage there. It is interior pages.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. And so the way that's going to look, we'll go look at it real quick here. As we get down here, same as cover, or same as interior.
Yep.
Yep. All right.
And then on the interior choices, we need to add more on that one. We actually selected the other one that didn't have all the choices.
Yep. I saw that now. So let's do this. Let's jump back over here. And I'm going to go to my order form. I'll see what was going on too. Oops. I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Okay. I'm going to scroll down. I got booklets. And it's this one right here. I'm going to turn this one off.
Turn off. Yeah, turn off everything we're not going to mess with.
And this one, double check it. Yep, we got the 60 and the 20 pound right there. Okay. So then the one that I just turned on, we're going to edit. Then we're going to go to questions and answers, paper choices for cover. And then here, I'm going to add a new group so that it's not associated with these. And I'm just going to call it self cover. And then we will add a new answer and call it same as interior. You would separate pages? Okay.
Yep. That's what I was just going to say.
Yes, sir. All righty. Now let's go take a look at it, John. So we're going to hit view. And so now when we click this guy right here, we now, if they pick one of these, we can assign that to Odyssey. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So then what we need to do with that, if they choose the 20 pound or the 80 pound there, you'll know. And then Odyssey, when it comes in the Odyssey and they selected this, we'll have 220 pounds. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Okay. So then let's go over here to Odyssey now that we have that here. And I'm going to refresh it real quick so let's see the changes we made. And I'm going to jump into the product specs here. And as you see here, we got all these guys and we've got everything there. So one difference about books that I want to show you here, and I'm glad you selected booklets as the option here. We get to use this feature now. So John, we can actually add two branches, cover, interior, have them meet together, right? So that's what we're going to do. So right now, let's talk about the cover, and let's make sure we have all of our correct papers mapped for the tech support team. So on our 80 pound mat, are you running like an 80 pound Dole or like a Dole Titan or something?
Yeah.
Okay. Should I use the book one?
It could be either.
Okay. The book.
Because sometimes somebody will want like a little bit heavier cover, but not very much heavier.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be cover or text, either one on the cover.
Okay. I'm going to put cover, and we're going to put a like a pin in that, because remember, and it's something that tech support may pick your brain on when they fine tune all these workflow paths. They may say, with that scenario, John, what's the kind of the question there, and then they can build off a different workflow path to branch that way, and then we can maybe put in and have Odyssey know that in certain scenarios we use the cover, in certain scenarios we use the text. So we can do something like that too.
I just noticed though that the description on that is saying text, so we should select text on this one.
Okay. So then what I'll do then is I'll grab this guy right here, and we're in our 80 pounds. Let me find a good text here. I'm missing it. The dull tighten right here.
Yep.
All right. And then we got an 80-pound gloss text right here.
Which
if we go down to our 80 pounds.
Gloss tighten there.
Okay. We get down to the 80 pounds here. And oops. Goodness, I clicked out. Actually, I'll just do that. I'll click the 80 right there. And you wanted to see, you said the gloss tighten right here.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Then we got the 100 pounds right here. This is a 100-pound gloss text.
Yep.
So we're going to use the gloss tighten right here.
Okay.
Okay. And then we got an 80-pound matte cover, which if we go down here to the 80 pounds, oops, I went too fast. Would we use possibly the coated dull here?
I can't remember what our description was. Was it matte? Then dull would be fine, yeah.
Okay. Yep, it's a matte cover there, so it'll be a dull cover. And then we have a gloss cover here. Let's get that guy. And I'm guessing we can use this guy right here.
Yep.
All right. And then we're going to leave this alone. We're going to come back to this. I'm going to get tech support to help you get this set up for us. But now that we got that there, we can, we're not going to want to map it in that sense. We're going to want to do some additional work with it, but we'll get into that. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and drop the economy press on here. And I will, full color outside. We'll go, I'm not going to duplex, simplex, all those. We know those are there. This right here, now this is something a little bit different, and tech support may pick your brain about it, but these are all the trim sizes for the books, right? So this is what the trim size will actually be for each one of the books there. And if we go here, we could manually put a trim size in if we need to here, but we don't need to. Sometimes with books we do. If that's the case, we'll let tech support know, okay? So let's save this. And I'm going to go back in here. Now we've done the covers, so I'm going to add a new branch here. And on my paper choice, I'm going to pick interior pages. And that's okay right there. Now here are the interior pages. We have the 20-pound bond, which I'm guessing, I don't know if you have 20-pound, but it should be, yeah, you do. You have 20-pound bond. So the business paper right here?
Yeah, that'd be fine. Or the Orca right below it.
Gotcha. I was thinking that too. Okay, John, let me put that in. The Orca, okay. And then we have our 60-pound offset. So here are 60 pounds.
Usually use Husky on that.
Okay. Then we have our matte text, which we decided earlier.
Yeah, was that offset? Okay, your window moves a little slower. You get it selected before I see it.
Gotcha. Is that the wrong paper there?
No, I think so.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And then for the 80-pound matte text, do you want to use the okay, you do the dull tighten here, okay. Where is he at? There he is. Nope, dull tighten. But that's the book one. Is that the wrong one I'm picking there? It looks like.
No, that should be a gloss. Oh, well, no, yeah, dull tighten. Yeah.
Okay. Then we have the gloss tighten here. So this will be, we use the gloss. And then finally the 100-pound gloss text right here.
Yep.
And you want me to use the tighten right here, the coated cover? Okay. All right. So now we got all that there and everything's there. So now if you'll see here, I have two branches, one to represent the cover pages and one that represent the interior pages. All right. Okay. So let's go ahead and save. All right. And now what I want to do is I'm going to create a workflow path now. I'm going to call this. Now, obviously with booklets, we may want to go down the road, of, how do we handle saddle stitch, coil bound versus perfect bound. for this, I'm just gonna call it digital books because what tech support's really interested in is the paper transformation, and they may pick your brains about, hey John, what do you want to do with the coil bound versus the saddle stitch? Okay, but for now, we're just going to do the paper calculations. So we're going to hit continue, and I'm going to grab everybody here. Grab everybody here. You guys. Then I'm going to do all my papers except for this guy because he's going to be a special thing. We'll work with tech support to set up. We're going to go none. I'm going to select all the binding for now. But like I said, tech support is going to pick your brain about a couple of those bindings there.
Yeah, there's some of them that I don't do that you just will take off though.
Okay.
Bellow I don't do, tape I don't do, and I actually don't do coil either anymore.
Okay, cool. Okay. All right. Oh, there we go.
Comb, I'm sorry, comb is the one I don't do. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, sir. Okay. What I'm going to do, John, is let's do the paper transformation, and then we can take these off the order form when we're done. So we'll come, we'll circle back around and take this off. All righty. So we're going to scroll through all this because it's the same as the workflow path. But what we're interested in is we need to get these guys right here taken care of. So I'm going to click the 8.5 by 11, and I'm going to run the 12 by 18, and I've got just about everybody but your 20 pound and your 100 pound accounted for here. So let's grab this right here. And I'm guessing, if I'm not wrong here, we're going to run 12-18 with a 1/4 inch and get 2 up out of it. Is that correct?
Is this, what paper are we running?
We are running your 80 pounds, 12 by 18s. So we had 2 80 pounds. Yep. And then I'll tell you which ones they were. It was Offset, Husky, your Titan, and your 2 Titans there.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. Then we have a 13 by 19 that, nope, we don't need that. No, we got that. I'm looking for the 20 pound and the 60 pound here.
Yeah, those would only be either on 8.5 by 11 or they'd be 11-17 on the 20 pound.
Okay, so the 20 pounds right here. So if I selected the 20 pound 8.5 by 11 book, then we would know there was no bleed on it, right? I'm guessing we wouldn't account for any kind of bleed or anything like that.
Well, not necessarily because, well, not on this side, no.
Okay.
No, not on this side.
But on the 11.
But if we were doing the smaller size booklet, there could be.
Okay. Oh, right. Because because you do have yep. Gotcha. Okay. Let me find the. I'm still looking for the Husky here.
The Husky should be on 12 by 18.
Did I miss it? Oh, I did already got. So I got the Husky. I'm missing Hunter Coat Digi Gloss Titan. Okay, Hunter Coat Digi Gloss Titan. Find that guy real quick, and then we can get him. Okay, there he is. So let's get him mapped real quick. And we'll run it the same way it's here, with a 1/4 inch, and we're gonna get 2 up out of that.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Save it. All right. So now all we got to do now is look at this 20 pound here that we have an 8.5 by 11. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to tell Odyssey that we're not going to run a bleed on it. We can get 1 up out of it, just so it knows that if you ever run a non-bleed on here. All right. So there we go. We've got this guy taken care of. So let's grab this guy right here, the 5.5 by 8.5. And I'll go ahead and map the 20 pound first because I know it's here. And with that, would you run it at a 8.5 by 11? And I don't even know what we get up out of it.
Typically, yeah. I don't know exactly how. If it's a 5.5 by 8.5 booklet that's saddle folded, you'd run it 8.5 by 11. It's just a sheet of paper, so I don't know how you account for that.
Gotcha. Well, I'm just going to put no gutter in it, center it.
Yeah. See. And so how do you account for that if it's just folded? It's not cut.
Right. So we would actually just fold that in half. Yeah. We Odyssey would just have 1 paper here, and we wouldn't cut it. So what I would do here is actually let's clear the values, and we could actually put in here 8.5 by 11.
Yeah, so that'd be whether or not, if it's coil bound, then it'd be actually cut. If it's saddle stitched, it wouldn't.
Okay. Then let's make this for the saddle stitch, and let's get 1. Would you get 1 up out of it, or would it just be the 1 piece of paper and then you just fold it? Because what I basically Yeah.
It'd be one piece of paper that you fold.
Okay. Then let's do this. Let me start over on this guy again. We're going to run this at 5.5, 5.5. There you go. No, because then I'm getting too, I don't want to do that. That's not the run size.
The run size would still be 8.5 by 11.
Yep. I had a moment there, John. It's been a.
And it wouldn't be trimmed, so.
Right, so there's no cuts here.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like I said, it actually wouldn't be trimmed.
Okay. So then that would be there. What I'm going to do, let's get everybody but this guy right here mapped in, and I'll ask tech support about that, because that's a good question, and I know Odyssey can handle it.
It's going to be kind of the same thing on all of those odd ones. And then on this one, the only thing I would do on that one is coil too, because I couldn't. That one I wouldn't be able to saddle stitch that size.
Okay.
Because because you have to be able to fold it and saddle stitch it. You can't fold a 12 by 18 down to 5.5, 8.5.
Right.
On the machine anyway.
So you would basically, it would just be one sheet of the 12 by 18 here.
So that one would actually be. I guess what we do, we take that sheet. Let's do it this way. And then we'd run it as 9 by 12.
Okay. And you'd get, two sides right here, and then we could get two more out of it over here.
Yeah, that's kind of it's kind of the same scenario. We'd run it 9 by 12 and then fold it in half to get the 5.5 by 8.5.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, what we're going to do on that, I'm going to make a note of it, John, and I'm going to tell just tech support exactly what you told me and have them get it going for us. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how that'll work. And it's almost like that on all the other sizes.
Okay. Well, and that's fine. What we can do is, if you'll just tell me as we click on them, if there's any kind of like we just did there, and that way it'll be on the recording. I can share it with the team, and they can understand what you're doing with the books here. So I'm gonna click on the 4x9 here. And is it kind of the same way, right? Or is it okay?
Yeah, all of those, and that's their coil bound. They would be printed to a size where I could fold them.
Right. So we'd actually go in here and make that. So then, if we talk about the trim size, then.
Yeah, it actually shouldn't be the trim size. It should be the booklet size.
Right. So what would be, so this is right here. So what we can do is with this is I can go in here and tell Odyssey that the trim size is going to be something that it folds into. Right. So if we know that, like with the 12 by 18, if we trimmed it to, 9 by 5 or something like that, then the trim size would be 9 by 5. Does that make sense, sir? If I show you, like, so if I go here, and was it 9 by 5? You told me you ran it. I'm sorry, John.
9 by 12.
9 by 12. Okay. So if this guy right here is 9 by 12 that we then fold into the correct this size right here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell Odyssey 9 by 12. We're going to save it. Then when we go in here, if I got this guy right here, my trim size is 9 by 12. If I run this at 9 by 12, then I would actually just get the 1. Is that looking more correct for you there, sir?
Yeah, but somehow we got to be able to let Odyssey know that 1 is giving us 4 pages.
Right, this guy over here, yes. And we will do that. And tech support will do that with the folding, yes.
Yeah.
So we will, that'll turn into 4. I just want to make sure that me taking this 12 by 18 and getting the trim size of 9 by 12 will work.
And what, I'm kind of lost now. Which size booklet is this one?
This is the, and I'm going to cancel. I'm not going to save anything here. This was our, 9 by, or excuse me, the order form answer is 8.5 by 5, and I changed the trim size, or 5.5 by 8.5 to 9 by 12, so we could fold it to this.
Yeah, so our run size, see what we do is we trim that after the fact.
So you
after
would,
it's folded
right? Okay.
down to the 5.5 by 8.5.
Okay.
And so it's a whole different workflow, basically.
Gotcha. Well, then what I'm going to do then, John, and to be honest with you, when we get into books, once you start really kind of diving into it, tech support tends to take over for me. So I'll let them know about where we're at with everything. So yes, sir. And I'll let them know that we're doing that,
Yeah.
and they'll get those going for us.
So, like in Printer's Plan, when I'm dealing with books, I deal with the sheet size.
Mhm.
And so if it was a 5.5 by 8.5, I would be saying it's a 8.5 by 11.
Right. Okay.
So that it wouldn't be a 5.5 by 8.5 book. And that was one of the things I've never liked about them, because they didn't have a correct way to deal with that.
Right. I know now this is something too, and I know that once we have the correct trim size to where it folds into the correct size here, that's how Odyssey would handle it, right? So we would put in there, obviously, once we build it out, the workflow pass there, there's the trim size and there's the finish size after all the folding's done, right? It shows that the actual size it's going to be at. And so if the final size here is going to be folded to 8.5 by 11, when we run a fold to fold that into 4 pages, right? Because front and back fold it, we got 4 pages there. We'd want it to be this size, right? So if I folded a 9 by 12, and I'm not good at the folding mouth, I apologize, John. Would that fold out to this right here if I folded this guy right here?
It would fold, and then if it had a bleed, it'd trim to that size.
Gotcha. Okay. So perfect. So then that's what I'll do. I'm going to let tech support know about that, and then we'll get that set up on the booklets. Now, I'm going to detour from booklets for a second here, because I got enough groundwork here, and I know what we got going on, so I can get these set up for you. I would like to talk about any other products that, with the remainder of our time, to make sure I can get those added as well. So is there any other product outside of the books? Because I know you do a lot of warranty recalls and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Is there anything else? Yeah.
There'd be rack cards and doorknob hangers. There's a couple of them.
Okay. Let's go look at those then.
Rack cards or not, I can't remember.
We did do the rack cards, so those are set. And I want to say we may have started working on these guys. Let's take a look. I think we talked about them. No, we did not. So we can actually work on these door hangers if you'd like. Now, I'm going to go over to your site again real quick, and let's look at the door hangers. Okay. Now, you have the one that they're already on your site here, the door hangers right here. And here's how they look. We've got the 3 sizes, the 3.5, 8.5, 3, 6, 7, the 4 1/4. And then we have the color options, 120-pound matte, 120-pound gloss, and then your perforation. Does this all look pretty good as far as the way you kind of envision it?
I also do the Paper Choice 100-pound uncoated too.
Okay. Let me look at this real quick then. I'm going to jump over here. We may have that on our Odyssey. Door hangers.
I think it's links, 100-pound links.
Okay. Let me go over here to your door hangers real quick. Doop. There they are. Let's take a look. So we have the 2 as well. Actually, ours looks the same as yours on every aspect, except we threw the protective coating on there. So with that being said, you want to stick with yours, or do you want to go ahead and use me to throw in the additional Paper Choice for this one?
It doesn't matter which one. We just
okay.
Either one
gotcha.
needs to be changed.
Gotcha. Let's do this one then. I think I like the color picker better here. So let's drop an edit on here. And we're going to go to questions and answers. We're going to go to Paper Choices. And you told me that, John, but will you repeat yourself one more time, sir? I forgot.
Just 100-pound uncoated.
Gotcha. That's going to be 100-pound uncoated. Okay. And we're going to save that.
There also should be an other or something too.
Gotcha. We'll drop this guy in here. And then I'm going to put the uncoated at the top. Is that okay with you?
Yep.
All right. And then I'm going to jump over here to the help
and
text.
That's
Yep.
actually changed those. I don't have 120 pound.
Okay.
I don't know where that one came. So that's just changed that to 100 pound.
100-pound mat cardstock. Okay.
Yep.
Oops. The wrong button there. 100-pound mat card. Then I'm going to do 100-pound gloss.
Now do that one as a 16 point C2S.
All right. Okay.
And then that's about. I don't want to give a lot of choices on that.
I understand. Okay. And then what we need to do now, so we got the 100-pound uncoated, 100-pound card, 16 point. Let's jump over here and let's go ahead and I'm going to change this one to 100-pound. Well, we keep that one. Which one do we keep? We kept the matte one. I'm going to change this one to 100-pound. Then we'll change it to uncoated. Now, on this 100-pound uncoated, how do you feel about that?
Yeah, that has no finish, so I would say it's a heavier paper with that's perfect choice. No, that's fine. That is a perfect choice for price and durability.
Okay. And, okay. Get rid of that last little thing there. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put it in order. So I'm going to cut it, drop you down, put him here. Then I'm going to take this and remove the bold. Okay, now our 16 point C2S. What do you want to put for this?
I would say probably similar to the one up above, only it's the heaviest weight we offer.
Okay.
For doorknob hangers.
Paper that you want to put that is heaviest option. Oh, if I spelled heavy correctly. Okay. It's heavy option. Okay. I'll do this. We'll bold it out. Alrighty. And then of course other, we don't have to put a because it's just other. So right, so there's the other.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then let's save it. Let's go to the top here. Let's view it real quick. And there it is. If I choose other, I can write it in.
Perfect.
All righty. So now let's jump over here to Odyssey. And then we're going to go into our product specs. And we can see our options here. So for the 100-pound uncoated, do you want me to go with the
uncoated? We're going with links.
Links. You told me that earlier. That's right. So let me find links. There he is. Yep. And then the 100-pound matte cardstock. What do you want to do with that?
We'll go with the 100-pound Titan.
Okay.
In the dull.
The dull Titan. Okay. Then the 16 point. I think you have some 16 points down here.
I can't remember if it's Synapse or what it is. The Spectro.
Yep. All righty. Perfect. Then we're going to drop the economy press. Duplex, duplex, simplex, duplex, simplex. No fold. We're going to save it here. Now I'm going to create a little workflow path, and I'm going to call this digital door hangers. I'm going to continue. Now I'm going to grab everything here, John, except for the other, because we're not going to map the other. We don't know what that's going to be. I'm going to go none on the perforation, but tech support can go back with that later. So we'll go that. And also, we'll just go ahead and select all these. That's okay. And all those. That's okay. Other, and then all sizes.
Now, spot UV is not something that would be offered.
Okay.
So it's kind of the coating and the protective coating are kind of the same thing.
Yeah. So the way it's kind of added into the order form here, this is a hide and reveal, so it lists twice in Odyssey. But if you look right here, if we choose UV coating, it opens up a new question here. If I choose aqueous, it alters it slightly. So that way, we're not overloading the buyer. So like, what do you mean spot coding UV? And then they don't select the right thing here.
Yeah, spot coding UV is not something that we offer though.
Okay, yeah, well we can take it out. Yeah, I can go right here, and if I go to the coding here, I can remove spot right there,
Okay.
and it's gone. Don't have to worry about it anymore. Okay, and then okay, so we got all those there, and I'll take it off there. Now, what I want to do is I want to jump down here, and let's cut these guys out real quick. So, we got the links in that. Let's see what else we got. See if we can get everything. Okay, so we're gonna have to map a couple papers here. So I'm gonna start at the bottom with the 16 point,
Okay.
and it's the parent size is 20 by 26. Are you gonna run like a 12 by 18 or?
I could on this one. I'd probably run a 12 by 18. Yeah.
All right. Then I'm gonna put a gutter in. Let's see what happens here. I'm getting 2 out of the parent size, and then I'm getting 6 up on the door hangers. Yep. Okay. Alrighty, and then it looks like okay. So we got about this right here. I can run the DigiTitan on the 18 by 12, and I'm guessing this would also run very similar. We can run it like this. Drop a gutter in, then we would get our 6 up.
Yep.
All right. And then as far as so now we've mapped everything except for the smooth cover, but you've got the smooth cover in several sizes. What's your ideal size for this one? Would it be the 23, 26?
I probably the 26.
Okay.
Because the 23 would have a lot more waste on this side.
Gotcha. All right. Do you want me to run this 12 by 18 as well?
Yep.
Okay. We're getting 4 over here, then we're getting 6 up over here. How's that look?
Yep.
All righty. And then we're ready. That size is done. Next size here. This is our 367 by 8.5.
Yeah, and I don't know where we came up with 367 because that puts it oversized. You know, okay. 3 out on an 8.5 by 11 is 366. So I think I've rounded it up.
Would you like me to correct that for you? We can change that.
Yeah, let's just make it. Actually, I don't even want to do that size.
Okay, let's do this then. Let's go over here, and we look at our sizes here. What would you want this size to be?
4 by 9.
Gotcha. All right, so we got a 4 by 9 there. And, yep, we don't have anything there, so let's go ahead and save it. Let me go over here to Odyssey. I'm going to refresh it real quick. And, oh, goodness. Let me jump out of here. We'll go ahead and continue. We'll come back. Let's go now to products. Then we're going to go here. I'm going to reselect this guy right here so we can have him in play. Now we can map our 4 by 9. So let's jump into the 4 by 9. And I'm going to start at the bottom with our 16 point again. And what's the run size on this?
13 by 19 on that one.
Gotcha. And we'll drop a gutter in.
Yep.
How's that look, John?
Good.
Awesome. And then I'm guessing we're going to run the 100 pound on the 12 by 18 here, or 18 by 12.
Yeah, and I don't know if we can get enough out on that one to make it look good.
Okay. If it doesn't, I think we can have a bigger size. With 4 up?
That's fine. Yep.
Okay. And then do you want to go to 26 for the links?
Yep.
All right.
And 13, 19.
13, 19. Gotcha. Drop the gutter in. How's that look, John?
Good.
Awesome. And then finally, no, I think we got everything. So that's good. And then the last one here, the 4 1/4 by 11. If I grab the 16 point here, would this be a 13 by 19? Okay. I'm going to learn this math one day, John. I promise. All right, there we go. So now we got the 4 up and 2 over here. Is that okay?
Yep.
All right. And then we'll grab this guy here. I'm guessing though with this size, if I run it 18 by 12, is this going to get enough out of it?
Yeah, it still should.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, got it there. 4 up. All right. And then should I use the links on the 26 or the 23 for this size?
Probably 26.
Gotcha. And 13 by 19?
Yep.
And there we go. Go ahead and save it. And we've got them mapped out. So now the door hangers are ready for the tech support team.
Okay.
All righty. So with that being said, John, a couple things. So I really am, we want to get you going with Odyssey, so where we can get Printers Plan, for next month, get it gone, so you don't have to worry about it anymore. But I want to make sure that all your team members are ready. So with that being said, is there anybody on your team, including yourself, because you and we've been meeting for a couple months now, and we've went over a lot. In the world of training, do you want to get together and go over anything? Production, estimating, accounting, anything?
I would like the production people to go over all of all of that, and then my wife's the one that does the accounting, and so I'd like to do that at a separate time.
Perfect. So let's talk about the 2 meetings for the teams. Do you want to start with accounting? Do you think it'd be easier to bring your wife in?
No, I want to start with production because they're already wanting to get going.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, then let's do this. I'm going to stop sharing my screen real quick if I haven't already, and I have. And I'm going to bring up my calendar here, and let's talk about next week. What do you think would be a good time for them? Like we can do like in the 3 o'clock hour, and then that way it's kind of like a lunch and learn kind of scenario. 3 o'clock my time, 12 o'clock your time. We can do something like that. Or
that's fine.
Okay.
That'll work.
Okay. What do you think about either Tuesday or Thursday?
I'm thinking it's probably going to take 2 days.
Okay. I agree. It probably will. Do you want to do a Tuesday and Thursday Odyssey production training? Call it that? Okay. It'll be the 12 o'clock hour. I will not schedule anything over it this time, John. I promise. So I'll make sure that the dog goes smooth, and I will get that over to you. It'll probably be tomorrow morning, John, because it's the end of the day on my end, and I have to take my daughter to her tennis lessons. But I will get it over to you first thing in the morning.
All right. Sounds good.
John, thank you so much for your time, sir. And also the next meeting too, that we have, we'll go over at the top of that meeting before production, any Printers Plan import if I've got it ready for you. And I'll email you as soon as it's ready for you to take a look as well. Okay.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Thank you, sir. You have a good day.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye, John.